As a student, you have to note it in your mind that there are three unreturnable things in the world. Right? There are three unreturnable things in the world. They are number one, time. Yesterday never bears today. Right? Yesterday never bears in your life. Right? So you have to be very careful for your time. Not only that, see, you should be very, very happy when you grew up from your bed, when you wake up from bed, because nature gives you 24 hours for you. Each of the individual of the world, they have got these 24 hours. If you utilize it properly, it should be something different from others. And if all the people of the country or state utilize these 24 hours properly, that state or nation should be very much at stake, in comparison with other countries of the world. Yaning bra, yaning iko. Aina high say, noida. I think it's 16 gidaba say, hello, do pot om khalay. One is time, another is life, and the third one is spoken words. Soy na, asam ta haladi no ay daya. Siya, tisya sang da ba ahum zuko. Adugi part amani ay na time gi high say. Aduda noy na hega hawala pada yam nuay oba because 24 hours in namun dana credited to ga nature na in your life's account. The nature credited 24 hours in your life account. Sundra, ada nang napakata siya di mangan na time management or ka nang si tam tongan mi wini ba. Ado mo mi tuya yama ba lepak to. Why this happening? For instance, there is a Japan. Japan se came that Japan is nothing. It's volcano. In a year, the quake it's happening more than 1,600. Japan is saying is war listening chatu muhari. I'm totally. But in the ranking of the rich countries of the world, they always try to occupy the best rank. Why? They understood how to utilize these 24 hours given by the nature. Yaning bra, understand to iko? Understand to iko? Okay. Next up, why I am telling that life is also unreturnable. See, uncountable numbers of the people who are born and dead, born and dead, born and dead. That is natural process. You can't count it, but now you are born in this earth. When you expire, you didn't return again. There's only one times you have bought one ticket to come on earth. Right? That means your life is so precious. So precious, Sundra. Masing tibang ang domi may ama po asira to nang yaw diba. You were not there. You were not born in Japan as a Japanese. You were not born in America as an American. Now, Manipur nang puwe na tra. Manipur imagi mantambak sa chain chong na sanare nang nasirkanda halaroy. Amuk taniba nang ticket hangga piting dollars. Ado di I had to do something. I had to do something. You have to promise like that, you belongs to any profession, no problem at all. Profession the prestige profession ni, it's unprestige ni, respected ni, unrespected ni guys, it's sakot the beginning of. Profession do ni job money. Why sweeper to professional money magi ko? And he should be the best sweeper, something different from other sweepers. Thesis also. See what is happening in the thesis in this global arena, in France, only the thesis can occupy apex court of the this France, their CS. Prime Minister can't occupy the CS in the apex court of France, only the thesis. France ke apex court ki dog ta phamada chokki is the phamya ate namu ya No. In USA, teachers is only treated as a VIPs, not President of America. German the quite South Korea, the all the facilities that is given by the government, just like our union minister, they have got it. China also. In Japan, no, the teachers can be arrested by the police without the consent of the government. See the status of the teachers because teachers are the human engineers. This is the factory in which you have to mold the future generation. This is the responsibility of the teacher. That is duties of the teachers. If the teachers know it, yes, you can produce such a great this attentive public in the country. Adumaina, aina noya thamningedi punsi ti am tang pot neba. Drug sabu yate, maramok tabasu yate, matam mangan basu yate, parents na hai basu pun munta kadabni, maramdi nangi frontal block se brain gi sida portion ani lai ko nang na toriu me am se tong me am se lali chu mi dana cross checking to the cell ma leba ado after 18 years the mature when hojikti no mature way class 10 go. You have to take advice from teachers and parents. Yanimra, yamingi ko adana punsi ju haloi debanina I have to be little bit different from others. Nurse were different, doctor were different, police officer were different. Low ure, I low with the person over moiga. The banda kamen the kamen makan maripal. Apple of the half kizilumi. Come no I know money longiduna. Research to ini. Highly research oriented culture as a part. Aduna, I know something is Anisubada, you have to understand the values of life. Life is not also written, unwrittenable one. Kaniko, that the Gyantari Brava. Gyantari English now with you, Tari Brava. Taiko. And when I was in Manipur University, first time in my this classroom, I have given lecture 1 hour. Completely 100% English. But when I'm giving job, each of the students are not laughing. That is why I think that whether they are whether they understand this or not, that's the problem, right? Anyway, let me share bilingual, no problem at all. See, another one is spoken words. Nano wang ang tukudo. Naman ako sour, but hindi nga ko. Yung malaga ay nasay nga hindi yung numayte ang tahla din numayte na haloy at nangang bata yam sinungang when you speak to each of the individual it should be from the core of the heart and it should be very softened nung na hay ka dapat tamoy digi ko yung da upo da bubota saksa ne upo saksa sila Wah! The very Adra. Mama, I like party at the top. Mama, I still like party wire. Jack is sweaty. Waraga, like Panindraga, like power and high power of the Gazians. Red man of Panika Pal, Namda Pan, the Parasuka Pal. I see like them, Anamasadi, I see like them Sanin day, have a salon the Viaco. Lagi mau passing kerja jauh is lagi yang tadi kita bersih. Nursery tambah angan sih. Minit try tu dia na light power awal ko. Brain di my receptive circles na minit try tu dia na low table. Macam angan macam nursery tu like tahu apa. Minit try tu dia sudah dia. Kau si dah tahu ini ayat tahu ini. Atau kayak yang nama si receptive tu ban close tu apa. Atau ngantang kenong torga break torga tapi biaya. My class 10 tamban 9 tam 45 minutes katani moina live pavi aise aduna never 45 minutes ki period orise say United Nations ki UNESCO ne prescribe to ina ko to nati ade class henga kra punga mo ko aduna ju live pavi punga ma di paw ba to ke patong helo do pung sport. Marmu ini kan pung taruh tegi jar pasal ni pan mau pai kan tapi sini ni apa tabuk sini gitu ini fugu dan ni. Semua apa harap orang yang kerja tak sebenarnya kami ni mau apa kiri kok. Dan siapa tu dia tu cai sana. And 1 hour after break time, you have to keep break after 1 hour. In every hours. Adu di aku mengamu pabiay pa. Adu na. Nang sino phajana section tha. Understand tori pa siya? Yes. The next is munata. Now I'll put question to all of you. Say Manipurda su noisu ay India da hai tar. India is general, particularly in Manipur, or angang mata lai pa bhai tri. Not a single students are not having skill for reading. Not a single student in India. That is why now new education policy is coming up in 2020. India has realized already. 2020 again new education policy like say after 200 years. Me at the advanced before 100 years they understood this, you know. Why I am telling this, you know, I made a question. Those students who are reading class 8, 9, 10, listen carefully. Let me ask a very good question that you know. You are always reading your English textbook, right? Are you reading English textbook daily? Right. Now, do you know who is the author of that textbook? Is their co-author? What is the publisher? Which is the publisher? What is the edition? When it is published? What are the pages of that book? Can you tell me? No, amat tahay nga mo. Tayo mo magkakutagalo na. Ha? Noi na nung ti ipari mo tayo si page kaya pali kang di. Noi na nung ti ipari mo tayo si publisher kanano kang di, edition kaya subuno kang di, ha? Co-author kanano kang di, sundra. Ado di, ayang nang na email or ka na live chat para kay live listening para kay live pa do. Kay noni wala ito pare. Kay nona phone mo do. Edition kay no su do. PS kay no pan mo do. Yagadra do hai ba? Yagadra. That is why you have to understand first survey of the books. Before reading, before going through any books, you know, you have to make survey of the books. Nana nani nama nama khang na bada. Naming kari kawi, bawa mama kanano, karay dalay, bawa mama kay tawag tawi, adu tawi na nang na introduce to na dito. Adu khang na tinay ni dana. Nang nama na dumaming khang dawi tak khang dawi sum tinabra ba. Adu main like to khang na gadong. Sibo koy na survey of the books however. Right. And before going through the books, you have to survey the books. That means you know, I will be first page overlipto. You can find all these things. Now why I am telling this in the sense that you know, publisher is very important to note it in your mind because the quality of the books that is determined by the quality of the publishers. Edition is very important because from edition to edition is it varied each other. Right? Sumdra, edition number the yaw edition number the yaw publisher publishing do like for me like some chow am tanga publisher to na patradi saman token. She survey of the books ko eba ko. Aduna ay nahabi natin si it's not my saying you know it is advisory given by the UNESCO of the United Nations. There is one framework for reading. Right? Muna tao ko listen carefully. That is known as SQRRR. S means survey of the books. I have already mentioned that, you know. The second one is Q. Q stand for questioning. If you don't raise any question when you are going through the books, you didn't take any interest to going through the books. Like the question hangdadina like super panimo. Einstein kari hai. Don't stop questioning hydro. Kanagumba any society that if they didn't raise any question, that is seems to be sinking society. Just like sinking Titanic. Question nang drabo khunai do look thara do me. Pakhang amana nonga din mita bo kari bok to dagi matam mangan bado. Mana question nang amadi. Ay ni swaina matam mangan laga ay mi wega. Ay ni lambi ding option laga ay ki imay pagi prestige na ibra. Ay ni swaina ng option laga ay ki personality da kay dong na ma question nang amadi tawe. Tunda. Nai pa abu sungai. Noi friends evolution tamam ne kale I think. Ada friends evolution is kaine. Nang hangdoi ni parahin ni. Kana who are the leaders of it? Ida khangingani. Why they are launching such a very movement? Kaya we tau no. Nang hangaga para the light to evo pangini. Hangsu khangme. It's known as self-study. Self-study tau nge personality yang katoi ni ko. Biar tay ko. Understand tau ko? Q stand for questioning. The next is R. 3R. S, Q, R. The first R is stand for reading. From 4 to 6. If you do the study from 4 to 6 in the morning, that is benefited 100%. 100% benefited. Then from 6 to 6, that is 50%. And your night time, that is only 20%. I say, pung taruki mamada lai power dine, sama kaneva. Parasuyam pani, tunesu pani kwa. Adagi di pung taruk tagi nungdingi taruk pokse, sidi 50% kata kana neva. Sidi no school lagi na. Evening the exercise torni, nungdang di kem kande, only 20%. Ako yung ano, ini magsindang lai pani, morning pani. Nungdang is only 20%. Nungdang itine, those students who are reading in class 8, if you want to compete this competitive exam, whether it may be UPSC or Assam Public Service Commission. If you want to contest it, this is especially for reading in class 8 or 7, if you try to recollect every day, whatever the lecture, whatever the class given by your teachers, every day at night, you are trying to recollect this in every day. When you are after completing MA or BA, you can imagine that I will be the IS officer. Mazazin sikra khambi ko parents. It should be started from class 7 day ho do make it. Angang si oda ta kuse. Undang su ne boy achong thambira ne. Oja mamin je thar ne. Nixing ale asu ibe sanan ba ata ko. Ti sanan ba. But problem should be faced, only 20 days. But after 20 days, habit will be formed, and after 6 months, nature will be followed. That is why, nang soida na IS officer will return without any coaching. It should be started from class 7. Nunggang dina, sikata tawon biyo. Zan takot din nising ba, tuition sale roy, class sa toy ang tane. Ngang sila di kang dia ko Manipur di ayuk su coaching mundin su coaching mundang su coaching angang ngai loin robot ole. Simla, in order to get marks is nothing. Your marks is nothing. Please note it in the mind of your all these parents. Marks will be laminated and keeping in the almirah. But the children will be come out and facing everything. So everything should keep here, not in the marks, not in the mark sheet. See, in India, more than 4,000 multinational corporations are operating here. When they came here, they will be coming, in notice because of these, all these violent activities and others. They are not hitting to come here. If they are coming here, salary will be more than the government. But in case of the interview, they didn't demand your certificate and the mark sheet. Instead of that, they are trying to screw your mind, screw your knowledge, screw your personality. If you give proper answer for that, yes, that day onwards, you can join the jobs. And you got a salary, very nice salary, more than the government. Yan na ba? Tayo ko, ay English nga mo dyan, tali taram doon yan, pamuyi po ko. Yan tabar ko. Tabar ba? Tayo tayo hayro po ko, pamuyi po yan tabar di. Aduna, noy, sige, लाइक पाबगी मतमजे मॉर्निंग दे पानिंगे नंगना मॉर्निंग दे लाइक पागे हर दिने तुमुबगी ब्रेन जे करी ते एंगेज लेतना ची हो बुदुम जस्ट लाइक द व्हाइट पेपर दम लेतुने बा अदा परामे में थादर तुने एंगेजमेंट अतै लेरे कान तो दिखाना दे हगलगा माइ सत्ता थगदुम पागे दुम अइना हाइबनती से यूनेस्को ना हाइनी अमेरिकन साइंटिस्ट में clinical psychologist में हमने research तौर पर मोने advisory तो इन्हें बा अंगांग सिंदसी हाइबी यू ना अदुगे framework तो ने बा इन्हें ने पीरी से अइना सहाय की बा आहान बगी तो करीबा S stand for survey, U stand for R stand for reading. Best time for reading from morning 4 to 6 good. Ato din na nungdang mapan tumda. Nungdang mapan tumda mari daw gat pangam ni ko. Mobile yang na ko pit pa toler ka trama tu tumo di tare daw la ni. Kadong na duino. Tare ta lai pa di kadong nor ni. Ai badi nang na mapan de tumdi ha. Ore mari jagi nang tare daw la ito di mari mga taruk mo ni le na. Ore so na trama tu ba lo ho na badu kumani du som de la ga mano gat nen phatra. Patro, Sundra is that? Manogolo. I know the one I gave up. A quick Manipuri in Jen. Read the Canada. When Manipuri in a top of the Manipuri in a top of the you should be very, very competent. Competent over the net. I saw Matamari. See cookie के अंदर ऐसा भी समय आमदन ना शायद थोड़ा वो लिखने से कोई नाम ले होता था ना कोई डॉक्टर के इंजीनियर लोग हो गए थे ना रिमोट चिप सेक्रेटरी हो गया था वो आर्मी डीजीपी हो गया था हम ले कोई दिखे हम लेक्चर ना बस डॉक्टर देखो हम ले इंजीनियर का अगर नन्हे आईडी आईना कोई कसार जो हम फटते हो वो जागा सिवाय के तो नहीं ले Tripura quite popular job set was and the Sivai. Sivai is not love lamsa give mine a piece in a king kill over. There was asking you was asking you a quiz who managed in the other is a candle. Aina see factories the Aiki Kuchina, Motor Bangansina, no more the future my Lepkadunazi, candle. जाते तो खंगी के दम में को ऐसी वजाम सांग में रख जाते अदना now सिगी रीडिंग सी यार को मैं रीड तो को लाइफ पांग मुद्रा होनो numinna listen carefully 20 days से continuously तो होगा habit will be formed habit नमः सेम बदने 21 days कितने संगी psychologist ना है नहीं ना है बिनती I know that is Eric Sangi 8 stages of life. I do Paraga Hide. Best psychological book in the world. Adana Munatapa. How can you have got the okay? I read Tobas who can be self discipline. I put my dog alarm tamaga thinking. I already come this way. Come self discipline. Okay, the top. Over at the top. tinani hara tinaba, si tinaba hara tinaba, si chani hara chaba, si chaba hara chadaba. Adu ngongadong ni adubu koina self discipline ko iko. Ada nana IDC tawni I'll do this, I'll not do this, na I'll take this, I'll not take this in a relationship. That is known as personal philosophy. You have to have your own philosophy. Nasana sajal na it should not be molded by the teachers and your parents. Ipani imana ki same ko na ki philosophy se nana same madam. Idea du mami tinaroi, idea du matsak charo chinjak charoi, idea du matsajat chaloi, idea ahal laman lu na tawni guys. That is your personal philosophy. Adu patana strictly follow to bunga mudo. Adu na there is a self discipline. Self discipline laitaba personal philosophy laitaba mi suwe ko. India ki bawa constitution na laise. That is the national philosophy. Ada follow to India se administration to ine ba. Adu maina ai ki ko to so personal philosophy na lagi da. Yan dekho. Number 1 reading ya ko. Mobile se mobile se what over ko. What is happening in China? They have given fixed hours for the youngsters, you know. Those students in between 16 to 18 years, he can utilize the smartphone only 2 hours in a day. China ada pungani den sinabi ade helena jet. Yung uthas da when no yum yoraga when AI changi yung ba. What is happening regarding the using of the smartphone in the world? USA the zoo. USA daga satram to mobile pa bi ate siko. Australia the parenting yame mo na fight to bi sa siko. Czech Republic the fire. Europe, America, all these countries of the world are facing a lot of problem because of this unwrongly using smartphone, and the youngsters are suffering from nomophobia. Nomophobia means no mobile phones phobia. I get the mobile phone seen of the now when I'm not clear car. Among the Sahi in the Jan. Only took with the Jan. In a city, counseling the way are royal. Doctor Lenin and Dr. Salo Chalangan. I think I'm allowed way I do not come to him. Mobile is sure out there. I told her. Mobile out there in the voice. And no. Mobile out there in the voice. No, you mouse. Other than make a dominant Yam Trabada, no class 10 below 10 number Botina. Bunga Makatan Sinavia. You can use mobile phone, that is smartphone, only 1 hour, not more than that. That is also in consultant with your parents. You have to fix when I want to play. I will play this smartphone. You have to fix with consultant your parents. Baba mama ka taner ka ne. Karang bakanda no ay na paining ba matam dito pain na ba na mobile pain na ba no yano ba. Ay baba kung ahong di mari mo pai ke school yan lag potha boy na. Aden pai bet. Adegi le sabi para di parents ng na mobile smartphone je pung ni pan ta ka loksin di. Mo video calling jam sathi ba. Pa manung sang gani kangan manung ka lai gani mayam tumna gani video calling se just like the night of the marriage day. Wo mungkin because sama ne mo wai sanai. Masa-masa itu unaran ni ko may ngan dalam ni na. Sanjil lo ni ka. Sanjil le ni ka. It's too bad, you know. Aduna kung nipan ni tabda, you have to give back your mobiles to your parents. Adagina sak na mobile yang musuh ade, TV yang musuh ade. Ada itu mewakili pun pungai pahati kata na TV yang musuh ade, mobile yang musuh ade. Adagina tum bahek tum kata pungai mau alih itu mobile yang musuh ade, TV yang musuh ade ko. Yare ko sir. Aduga amana begini nang na lari pagi kalau di mobile switch off to kada bako aduna si reading to lo yaw ni UNESCO na advisory to ini moyam worry, they are worried very much ko if the same pattern is going on in 2050 2050, there should not be any brainy people in the world. Why is it? Swine chutter dinner, PGB dinner, say Yaki Matundane, brainy will be the level. Scientists come there. Brain out of the sun, the Samana, Nicola. Sanju, brandy getting young. Apple sour, dog jam. My house in Chimney Mosico. Samina. And Bombokai was in Chimney, a civil of Yahweh in Sida. When you boom me, I come here. Life out the hours and do. The eyes of his own idea with the record. When you just hand no to Rani in a Pakatareva. Other than when I say, when the top was say, Naripa direction should not be north and south. Listen carefully. When you are reading your books, your direction should not be south and the north because you have magnetic pole, south, north, magnetic pole. It always hurt your brain when we are reading in this direction. Ganda ko, nangna awang makaka ola life pakan dene, nangna khang the one shock tong eba to the brain dene, para phabs what kani, pharju thun kauni. Angan puputan ngayon wanda kapije, pasiki brain shock to rin mo ada hekatan kapine. Adun ako yung puputan ki brain je 5% mga lakam. We possess only 95%. Aduna sapapal and the married maternity in ising the angan ising the puxler. We shouted up the pona reasons. Brains 100 tola ever do cup table. And Makaka one day a day is ka west ka one another. Hongly back Tabia de Con. Don't try to be having art cutting your feet when you are reading the books. Hongly back Tabia de Con. The Belgium had a bar Thamgera, Parliament Thamgera. Aduka. Right side of the table said, you should not keep anything in the right side of the table. It should be kept fully in the left side. Right? That is the advisory given by the UNESCO. Don't try to go through the books at the opposite of the light. Say windows in Ali, once a lege pabumba, lights my lere pabs yadi. Sigi mayam singset toganu with an air, moin advisory to you never know that. You have to follow this. See, whatever reading the hour is called. The next R is recite. Any formula, any definition, any quotation, it should be very much useful for lifelong in a kanbado. Other than that, you have to do recite. Saying, keep it on the repeatedly, I higher sanaba. Tunsi is so assuming you say. And if you raise question to me, what is the telephone number of me, I'll give that 986240497. It's not coming from brain, it's coming from mouth, because so often I mention it, that is why it's coming from here. Recite of some canning. Is it a music or I say something as Mel call if she call me, who knows the other. I don't because of the recite of the cognitive. Other Akuju International Conference, International Seminar is there. Cars was a little story. House and January and go. The Yamti that is known as mental makeup code. A recite. The last one is review. Review. Second, Aru Kariba, as recite. The last R is review. Yes, review means critical thinking. Critical thinking is very important. You are reading, you are studying in order to have critical thinking. Critical thinking is very different from simple thinking. It should always associate with logic. Gandabra. Habidi, young cook no kumni ying with Tongadaba. Say, for instance, film ying in Film Jackatsum no paying. Characterization to is a chanabra sanadabra. Inakin Basa is a papra. Liar of a is a chanabra. Option of a hero is chanabra. And review to in it. At the starting, if it's a braho was it. Ade my main plotsi phak kana sum laga losil ta de contractor ne thungna de na to subsal lei ne ba sum subsal ka doi ne ba sum software ma de ade main plotsi sum flop chalaga lei bra contractor per ta bra ending phasabra phasabra ade sub floor na phagi pran sum hapido relevancy lei bra lei ta ga kopla kumne mo film reviewer paisa bai bangulai book reviewer paisa bai de bangulai review other no item is here critical thinking in it. These are the tips for the students. Other in a series highs in the Kaibra. Now parents, teachers, and the students are at stake only for this exam in order to get high marks. You see, class 10. The question of the class 10 is equal. All the questions of the class 10 are equal to each of you. Chundra, no in the class 10 the questions no manadro. Mandra, Sinagesu yai, no togesu yai, chi was other Pisa Pisagesu. Yadra, 12 su, BSU, MSU, Union Public Service Commission su. Questions upon having a call. Ha, Adagiti Nitsu, Adagiti Nogi Zizu. These are all the same common question to all of you. Chundra. तो मरी सिंदसु याय हां नो तोगेसु याय पैसा पिजरो हा न खंदोगेसु याय क्वेश्चन दो नत्रा सी परीक्षा से ने अखोय यान लु लोइसे अतोप परीक्षा में ले सिनतबने another exam is here. This is more important than this is known as examination of life. Punsigi parikha dadi nang maga question na mo manare not to busu yawe sigu parikha wi life skill aduna ne new education policy try to focus in order to have life skill to each of the youngsters in India. Now they are giving training to the youngsters, but it should be started from house, that is parents from home. Adi parikha was I daitani, Anishba parikha parents ki daitani. Aduga it's very important. Right, you know that there are 4 important components in this exam of the life. One is personal life, another is family life, the third one is professional life, and the fourth one is social life. These 4 portions of the life, composition of the life is these 4 important portions. When life has a marriage in a sabi name. Marriage in an understand of the you are not success at all. When a man is same as a marriage in the outer. Is there any good family in Manipur society? I imung apa imung amta lay and has a day. Mongame as a Manipur to be sitting there. Amang me as a pakol see at it. I think now we can eat to know any regulation of the late. Mobile pirate pine in the moment and a pipe penny. Hidan Tong, Channing Potong Tokani. Hangam do not home, Aluha home in minute. Ham was a polluted door. Channing ever aludo. How are you channing ever? Come and see what the Polakaniga and Tom what they mean. Mangal is now to the Grizu Tanaboga, Ramana and Polakani to side. But they didn't know me. Nari Saturday in Bungam the Bakoy Puki the Pawam the Yoke. Kundo no Huna the Dilu, we are the Kundo Town Tell. Hey, Kasari Manipur Kundo Town your Wibro. How much of your brother? I declare him, Tabaka Doctor could do a pound or labor you say. They were the young color de call. Lay parental Pasamas, why or the nom the Sim Taratram Shikani. As Kundo is another lay home, there is one. Kaiti could do for it. Yaki would do the you the call. Sim Taratram Shikani. How you moment? Adina now. Why sagno? I did when I take class in the university, I'll close the door and each of the students should eye contact when you are listening my lecture. Because so long as eye contact is there, your personality should be very improving. When you are facing the interview, expert raise question, you are giving a very good answer, not contacting his eyes, ah, you can't get it. Eye contact is very important. If you can't answer properly, some of the questions should be given properly, others you can't get it, but you are having eye contact with him, you will be selected. Eye contact siya maruwi ko. Usahanan takot na mun yung mo zay mamita. Yengin na usip din yung matawa. Nam nungai ni yang dapat. Sa ito yengin ni yung dekade dira. Eye contact daw yun na. Ito usip daw yung puning mo daw. Nungai ni yang ba. So long as me nang wala ko da eye contact daw yun nang personality ka to ni sigon niya ko na listening skill da sinergy. Ko. Ado let me sum up all this personal life. Personal life yaw is talk ko muna. Number 1, the name. Communication skill. Communicate pa tayo doon. Convincingly. Tapos na solve why da. Why da sa sinab zay nang imi am leni minan ng sini nang imi waloy da tra. Why da juchar di ako'y Maitai mo why wata phajabaze leramdabane ba. Aduna adongin noyon adongin soronda lukpa ehden kung nasak pa ehze kam hejel labi no bebaze mo adam sangang mai pide ka sang lo rebra ka hangse sang lo biga bra ka hangnarame pwede makhwa me laga hul tawu ane mai pide na mo khabai to ka lang ga forin chikum chikum na parents na khangdre ba like the kanati like table the tar like niwa parents are the very much important books for the children ma boy ko si sagi lai ne si khangdre ko mani good to sina ko me te ki ko sa ja phani ba ai di yu pi pi ta ba are ai yu pi le no pi ko ba ai sa ja phani ba अरे माय ने भीतर कोई मथा साहब से यू था पोखर पे को भी कोई पस दे ले या पते मोबाइल से ट्रिंग था भी मां कुछ छेना दे लवा अलान छेना दे लवा पास छेना ले गाय भी होती तो सर्विस बा ना इसे ने अदना नाउ आइना हाइने के दे दा कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पसंद ले दा इंग्लिश पसंद गानो से करियर काउंसिल करियर नते को career di pot puto pusin tong do career ko nanaga ampan salaga is dia ni career counseling ga di pot gomam na pusalaga ng pot hotel ni career ako di garas ka hay ko career ka si ampan na ha show ko spoken english sama hi kada ko spoken english di tam basangi tam daga noy mobile smartphone da natraga mada Tuan bapagi komiki yang lidra, adu umbi yang dikangusai ko. Madi maximum aku yang grammar yang aku yang ngangi se, sidi spoken English nate ko, written English ko. Aku yang ada, ay nang UN da, ay di France da, Netherlands da, Hungary da, Holland da, adu yang lagi ko Switzerland da. Aku yang ada, aku yang ngangi se, samun tayo na pernah betul. Ay na isang persona hiyo malay kaliro, mo hindi no isa wala. Ako yung ngang nila. Ladies and gentlemen present today, I'm extremely happy to be here with you because this is a very special session for me guys. Written name. Ay igada grammar yaw. Pwede grammar yaw kali ata. When where are you? Ay sa grammar yaw ponte. Pwede where are you now? Ay ta dilanis. Ready? I'm living at Delhi. Delhi si at hapadra in hapadra. So with the in happening ko, people that it happening ko, kaya nang kandang le. I'm Delhi. Teach me. So I now was in reason. I'm living at Delhi now. Yeah, city English the EU the how the communication skill today. Now, nang book skills person lagi kita ko. Nang book skills le di mina yam na associate tawing mani. Adu ngang ba hik mai tilon sungai le Manipur lon su ko. Hasana ngang jaga di mina nang je maman le na low ko. Aduna communication skill ay samjin get to na ko. Then noi tang na male. Adagi why sano? Why sabi ako ko? Next listening skill. Tab se. Ay sahibra. Tab eye contact always towel. Adu ka ne. Puning chang na tab. Puning chang na tab. Puning chang na puning chang na ko kari mo tab. Nang na tab ko to na tan. Adu ka meet ka naga ni na ne. Kwai tagi pi be information sa ani sina ne ba. Meet tagi mo na me hen pi ba. He wala pa na tari ne am si tung dai ba. Say apa bang local ordinary no more doing knowledge ki आप फंगे हो. It may be from your grandpa or grandma. I grandma I both budagi they are now come version like they are a family library. Bubu no to be them ko. Moi sebab to be them ne blessing phang mani am ha. Ada kusa ta ko. Om su badane kwai di pro be problem solver. You have to be problem solver instead of problem creator. Uzana pimyam je, sede khamdre ba. Aisum uzabada school kuni uzana pimyam je. Problem siya ba mahiba. May problem na thod defana ne. Ado head master je no the chi but mo harau je. Tayo kaya ko. Don't try to be problem creator. Instead of that, you know problem solver. Problem solver skills in like I say in any jaga solve I move from a miller rhythm. Aduga problem solver the idea like me akan inung sila inung do one of the best family in the society. Problem solver the wakan mo really office do. Why do you have office when problem creator jam lai na. Say no people sum lang mada lampato the nupa ni wari sanane. Karang tamong pi lumana matulong ni kang na you or thana ka. Ako ida do hire me the matare. Ano mana nang si mahida ka thale. Tuy na thakta bani. Ano matong manaw pi tawalor hai sake. Noi suwar ul koi nong sa ay korom jali ka hai mani korom sok to gra. Adi mo ta la ka mai ni pa ka. Kay hai no ikhamber lami da na. Adi to ir man he tam jalani. Ay nupa thang pa che ni. Ay phuna le kay yana re problem mo. Ako is my problem create mo jam hi ba. Problem solve na to. Once ako hindi na kaya mo sa atin problem si wedding to kita na. Ayun si sayang thang nga ba. Imo sina thaba to pa dole ba. Sa lom yo hai di. Ada gidi ay pi si sum yam e ba ko. Pag set ay pi mo kanam le sana di awaza ni na ma pi kiri ba ko. IS के कोचिंग क्लास का तो मैंने ऑफिसर में आम से लेना फिर अपन के तरह कोई इशू दर जो हम मोला का हम मुझे हम मोला लगा मोट पे हम जाओ तो सुबह आए तो कब देव मसा सिद्धू चेनर का वार निकल बड़ा प्रॉब्लम होने को खन बड़ा that is problem solvers is very important. I know संबंध में तो वासिंग में चीज़ मंगा तो तरा उठा कर वो तो ले लो ये चा अदना so long as in any जगह ना problem वही नदे मोटा problem solve तो दिना ऐसे problem solve लो दिना अदुगी मी दुगी लाइक पन्याम ना है जो problem creator वो about problem solver वो दिना he is not competent at all. उसे एमएलए में आपको आता है ऐसे problem हम जनरेट वाई नहीं बे मथा सारे कब तो ही अदु मथा सारे कब तो ही इसी ने बा problem से solve करना बहुत ज़्यादा बका अन problem solver से हमारे वो है अदेखी मथन दने positive thinking है दिने आपको इसे अब ये पत्ता हम खाने लगे समझते हैं positive का खाने होगा आई लायम पाए it is the best thing it should be the best thing मंत्री हमारे निक थोड़ा मुगल नहीं बा अगर मंत्री से मुगल या मुगल निक थोड़ा जिनो का problem में हमसे मंत्री जी को बोलते हैं निक थोड़ा मधु भागना बनी ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯦ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯗ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯗ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯍꯪꯉꯨꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯁ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯐꯔꯛꯅꯕꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗꯤ ꯃꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤꯒ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯒꯦꯗ ꯂꯥꯡꯊꯥꯡ ꯃꯈꯣꯡ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯡꯗ ꯀꯦꯜꯂꯦꯕ ꯏꯟ ꯋꯥ ꯋꯥꯊꯦꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯡꯁꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯃꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯈꯣꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯦꯟꯒꯦꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯒꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯗꯤ ꯀꯦꯜꯂꯤꯗꯨ ꯐꯔꯛꯅꯕꯅꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧ ꯁꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯈꯣꯡ ꯀꯦꯜꯂꯒꯕꯨ ꯐꯩ ꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯃꯅꯥꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯖꯦꯜ ꯊꯝꯖꯟꯕꯅꯤ ꯖꯦꯜ ꯊꯝꯕꯁꯨ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯖꯦꯜ ꯆꯠꯂꯝꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯅ ꯑꯩꯕꯨ ꯖꯦꯜꯗ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯐꯔꯛꯅꯕꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯖꯕ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯊꯥ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯁꯦ ꯅꯥ ꯐꯔꯦ ꯁꯥ ꯇꯥꯟꯕ ꯆꯠꯂꯦ ꯁꯖꯤ ꯑꯀꯟꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯗ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤ ꯂꯥꯟꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯩꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯕꯦꯜ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯐꯥꯔꯦ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤ ꯂꯥꯟꯊꯣꯛꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤ ꯂꯥꯟꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯐꯥꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯂꯥꯏꯗꯃꯛ ꯀꯛꯑꯒ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯗꯣꯏꯕ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝꯗꯣꯏꯕ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯕꯦꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯏꯔꯨꯖꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯃꯪꯁꯤ ꯀꯠꯊꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯁꯗꯟꯗ ꯊꯝꯃꯒ ꯊꯥꯡꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯒꯠꯄꯗꯀꯣ ꯈꯨꯂꯥꯞ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯃꯪ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯀꯣ ꯈꯣꯡꯕꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯆꯥꯔꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯥ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯗ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯈꯜꯂꯦ ꯆꯨꯝꯃꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯕꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯗꯩ ꯁꯤꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯈꯣꯡꯕꯤ ꯀꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯤꯡꯉꯤꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯅꯥ ꯄꯤꯒꯦꯅ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯀꯣꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯧꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯍꯪꯅꯤꯡꯃꯟꯗꯅ ꯍꯪꯉꯦꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯅꯪ ꯖꯦꯜ ꯊꯝꯖꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯐꯔꯛꯅꯕꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣꯗ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯤ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯐꯥꯅꯤ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯗꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯕꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯉꯛꯈꯛ ꯁꯤꯍꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯅꯕ ꯖꯦꯜ ꯊꯝꯖꯟꯕꯤꯔꯨꯕꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯁꯤꯅꯦ ꯁꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣই ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯧ ꯑꯍꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯦꯅꯦ ꯑꯅꯤꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ ꯇꯨꯃꯤꯟꯅ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯕ ꯁꯨꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯕ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯧꯗꯨꯅ ꯈꯟꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯁꯥꯔꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯁꯥ ꯆꯥꯗꯅꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯒꯗ ꯌꯦꯛꯁꯜ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯤꯁꯦ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨꯃ ꯃꯥ ꯁꯥꯎꯅꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯅꯦꯒꯦꯇꯤꯚ ꯊꯤꯡꯀꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯊꯤꯡꯀꯤꯡ ꯀꯣ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯊꯤꯡꯀꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯛ ꯐꯖꯅꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯂꯩꯔꯣꯏ ꯇꯦꯟꯁꯟ ꯂꯩꯔꯣꯏ ꯇꯨꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯃꯤ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯋꯥꯡꯈꯠꯂꯛꯄꯗꯣ ꯌꯨꯝꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯁ ꯌꯦꯡꯉ ꯈꯣꯏꯗꯧ ꯆꯥꯎꯕꯤꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯌꯦ ꯇꯨꯝꯕꯒ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯤ ꯑꯁ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯋꯥꯡꯈꯠꯂꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯗ ꯋꯥꯡꯈꯠꯂꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯗꯩꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗꯣ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯈꯔ ꯀꯣ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯊꯤꯡꯀꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯏꯁ ꯚꯦꯔꯤ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯀꯣ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯄꯔꯁꯣꯅꯦꯜ ꯂꯥꯏꯐ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯝꯖꯤꯟꯒꯦ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ ꯍꯪꯅꯕ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯐꯇꯗꯤꯅꯦ ꯇꯥꯎ whatever I am telling to you, you cannot find from the books. And this is also very rare occasion, because it is unquestionable whether I will be back again or not. I am Mushida Halakini Alois Kang Dinatra. On Yamunatao. I never see Tawin Togenar Zizu. No young worry, I'm saying good never. Manipur the biggest with all the school of Manipur is left and toilet. The question is, can I talk on the Lagadamina? Lapia Modi laughing a silla is something rare. Delhi Pire, Delhi Gaudium Pire, Gaudi Tenula, the Gaudi Baras, the Yam, Vanata. Not a very long voice after me. I'm saying, I did see a palm and a banana, motivation become the color. Career counseling the class the Matuna Tobiaka, career guidance, career counseling, motivational speech campaign, motivational should be the first. Other name is family gidi, I naning is Yunga family am kiliko. Yum the material name, Simeni, Cheki, Adudu, Yo, Jinga, Cinema. Madi Krinate, Yum Wangre, family di Imung to the labor, me, Tamoy Marine. That is the relationship among the family members. That is also from core of the heart. Amaga Nushinaba, Chanaba, Awana sharing Toba, Nushi the Loinaba, other family cover. Aduki family dog, Adu Legin about no Tolokadus. Now we got them the poor of Tolokot Minapa. And the family see Hanabe and Wanaba. About the Ampatra is the country. Mayamazina to Lakani Chava, Marapatum, Duna, T. Bond, the Masala, come to the dog. 100 families is in Taiwan. I Manipur families, I'm no actors coming. Adagi, Manepo Makubo, Itare, Padagin, Mama, Pitare, and then with of some yard. On a toe, it's a wolf, Samayam, Mama, Pamyama, police on the cup of exam yard. I'm Kiano Prehalam. I declare Alam and Urga, मोगी अयाब यावदना थबक तौरमदबनी कांगन हाइदोपदा उफुल मनम वा वा नंबा हौदोपिद्रब मोन हन्ना येंबिद्रब मोंपा सुबिद्रब कंपल अदुगी मनुंग उब वालो मित्तुनने कोक मोन गताइदबदा मपीना पोलो पुलुप लुप अनाम लेबा अगी इमुंगदा लाइवरबा इपा इमा इकुबो इनेपो अनिदर निमित खुदिंगी ममितगी मपी तारगा इ सकाय फदे the god and the goddess are crying every day chumdra no lum to wi lai lai taw asana seva to wi sina degi hero to ne photo bi subi yu program hang bi yu madagan nokhet to ga pi ba boards dine lai phum cham ni pa ga chak da phang ba board ge tu ne he da singa sigi ni ya ma khang re ba aduna family se am problem ne handana yam nuksina life life se pami ko masidi ulatre aduna we have to restore this we have to regain this ko without good family each of the members they can't spend their lives in a joyful way and very happily life ko no stress kare ga lage ta so family life say sisu maru hoy ko the third one is professional life profession dina taw mun noi satra gi na this is special tips for you interest ka potentiality ka khangna you have to understand very clearly what is difference between the interest and the potentiality say your parents wants to be MBBS but if you don't have potentiality for studying MBBS don't try to get MBBS doctor tamge khalu nova potentiality later I say yang pame but this is my interest say sakko salu re ba tamba khon yadre ba say sakko to hara ne ba tu adaina tamgini tamadi ai say sakko so ai form so power kana and the interest ka potentiality ka punna chapra yang da ba adu angang loine baksi doctor engineer wa bi ya ko angang lising ya kai nong da IS officer ma yaw kan angang lising kun gi manung da doctor am yaw kan angang lising tara ge manung da engineer ma yaw pi ai atai myam ni kam do ba aduna aina khanbada parents na pawiro da base psychometric test nom le bi ko clinical psychologist na ham bi ko angang si class 8 pu yor dina sit test to thopi psychometric test PS kun tha pa nam pi rakani ada angang si sem mano oido ba ma loi pi rani adai angang sambi sana pa ame sana sanu manipur da footballer ni phung lai international player me am do ado 2.5 mo lai sahi na university ko jana lakh om charger su 36 lakh tane nei ya national sana bangang ji do 1.5 crore lai और साना लिंग तो साना लो तुम कैसे काली वही ना बा लाइन सेकेंडरी वो हेलो लाइन कुछ बाय वज़ा लाइन कुछ नहीं ये हम लो लाइन सेकेंडरी वो हेलो लाइन में इना खुंबी आप पढ़ा मनी को मुझे हम वो दिल्ली द बुक एग्जीबिशन तो इस आर्किटेक्चर की मसाल पानी ये पढ़ा तो क्या हम तांग हम ला कोई तो ना कोविड मोमेंट दा अंगा मनी ये पा 46 की दा माई मचान पीड़ा मापारा चेले ले बुदा कोई ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग तो होगी ये को लाइनो as million jamine dollar ko awna angang kuding makta IQ makhan ptv da nepal ai sama so yawno do hujike te su to thodi khangni ada sembi ga da duwa laiti tam da ya de noi ko ai noi matam se AI matam ni artificial intelligence ko noi kuiro ye noi matam se berani ko so to sali banu pile sabi se AI ra asemu nupi ka khangoi don upa nupi mu thina roi nupi juma yum palak tab jai domestic robot ne tholai je odo om purga si sabira mo piran adumak sama sala ra mani imam sangana samu musumo na ha usu ko mo ta pa synthetic atani wa abin ngang ni ana programming hapto ni sa thongba ani sa lon ba mi la pang opa adegi like policing sai ba du to na du ha pm sai am ni adu ma yumda le do nan kai ni pi thi ni AI se bera ni ko si lai se ngasi viral web ba ni Manipur ki laisabi ka maming du kaido ai dai president ga American president wai saudi ga ni AI na to ma sanjan da sa mana sa na adun AI matam ne ba IoT hai se smart house kai se phang to wa to hang tu ni ising lakte ni mai lakte ni smart hotel smart house ka le se ai pa da nungai ba ko Japan da smart house to le nu pa ma mana thang to wa thong dang to ni mem je ha ada maya ni shalu ba ama thong to wa ni si salam ni na sagi sensing du ya dra ni na ko thong chwa tu tra ba maya du ha pa gi ni ta ni se mama na mem le ya IoT ni se Internet of Things तो शायद AI artificial intelligence अदु ही मतलब नि ने maths हैबा physics फजना है गदा बांगांग दी ऐसी एरिया संग हो है सिन कोलकाता स्पेस है सिबाय खनिंगाय ले रोय हां अदे फैक्ट्री मोय प्लोय थम तोगरानी रोबोट में आमे फा अदु अखोई स्पेस में मी बि स्पेस में कन्न बोन रखिनी अदा एग्जाम नुमाय दे नंदर लाग दे यूक्रेन का रशिया का तो बजे रोबोट सिन बावरम China ada kana nan kui di pakang masalah saya yang option of festival pada hemen langkana AI lupa ni tolak pui aja kabar dia awal tu nu matam mesti AI matam ni naik pasal pada apa naik tol ke apa kanggu nampak lu computer exam tha bhi hai AI de sang bhi hai IoT ko Internet of Things okay na se nanda pai Internet of Things ni na ada professional to ko ina hiding di India na support triba Manipur na support se ke na आईगी प्रोफेशन से अंडरस्टैंड तो दे आई ना तोलो लिसिंग आके सादी उपाल लिसिंग उम्फू की तबक तोरंगे तरा अमल ले बाकी उसे नु नाखे ने आईगी वजह से कनाम खन दे पुंगता कार को त्रामा थम खाय कार मंगा दा लक तो उम खाय लानी अदुनी फाइ फै है सवांग थम मो से क्या फै उपाल लिसिंग उम रासाय सखि बुला हले से मनिंग तातो बजे उपाल लिसिंग उम बुसाय ने को तो सौदरा थबक सुगा का दे हिंगो बोले लिसी सी फै है ने कोइ ओजा जुंगाई दो मगे तो चाव 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 लेथोक लेसिंग तो का क्लास लौम दे हु लाव सके जुमारी याव औ दे आई प्रोफेशन दा आइना फंगजरे पैसा दगी हे न थबक तोरमदो लेबा कांद लेबा तो साउंड खदबने लो मत उरसु आइना उरिबो लौजे उथैबो पोथोक से लेपाक सिमी दि चारमनी कई तरह का ऑर्गेनिक वेन सिगे अदु तो हन सिगे प्रोफेशन दु दखर खन में संग को तो अकोन बगिसिना सोशल लाइफ अमो रो को हिंदू जे खुनाई दि you are living in the society you are one of the units of the society aduna I have to give positive response to the society I should think for the welfare of the society even in a sweet sama sar sune mix ka to de aho po na ta hapa adagi po mata dhar so organic oi ba aina khunai da kari mang da ge mang oi da ge khang ba je is very important ka and social life is understand to ba these are known as life skill as sidi si successful me do aduni successful life has ka माग याब फंबा डॉक्टर वेगा जिनवा लाइन दबा प्राइवेट द लेर सेम ताम दे हनबा आईएस ऑफिसर वेगा साचा दे होने लेगा दी माग मधु लेगा दी लेबा मांग दिस को अदना प्रोफेशनल लाइफ जो अंडरस्टैंड तो दबा and lastly in having to say success is your shadow Shadow means it's not far from you. It's very close with you. But the problem is if there is no light, there is no shadow. Sundra, when the light is here, shadow will be there. Like that, you know, if you want to have your shadow, you have to go towards the light. My papa is I imi neba, yam nak na lebe neba, no one de laptop neba. Abu mangan pangdadi imi du thoke dana. And when mangan the sanction tati was a personal life talk, I don't know import process to see no one with these few words, it's better to wind up. Thank you very much.